Let's go gambling. Here we go. Finally, they made an actually good gambling simulator. So, as you guys might know, those of you who are familiar with my stories, I am a recovering gambling addict. That's actually kind of why I started this entire streaming journey, because I ended up losing my job because of my gambling addiction. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about today. I will be playing Clover Pit as an actual recovering gambling addict. And basically, I want to see if it triggers the same dopamine response that I've wasted my life away for. So we're going to do that right here live with you guys coming along with me for the journey. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am just exhilarated to start this gambling journey. Here we go. I was actually banned from most casinos in my city. And there's full controller support, so I'm happy to announce I will be taking my lucky controller on me with this journey. So let's check this out. Let's see what this game's all about. And most of all, let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get some dopamine firing. You know, because when you got level 5 brain rot like me, it's tough. It's tough to get that dopamine sparking up again. But we're gonna see if that's possible tonight. I'm gonna play until I feel human again. Welcome. I hear you like to gamble. How'd you know? Yeah, I love it. I love gambling. No need to panic. Here you can play and forget about the world outside. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right away, as a recovering gambling addict, I can definitely tell that they probably interviewed an actual gambling addict before writing this, because this is exactly what was going through my mind every time I'd step foot in a casino. Beautiful. You won't remember all of it anyway. Fair enough. So this is very much how I live my life, except of course, instead of worrying about having enough money so I don't die, it was actually just, paying off the credit cards, which in my situation was the same thing. It's different for everyone though. Should be okay, right?
Let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling. All right. Oh yeah, this is really gonna do it for me. Spin. Okay. Okay. I won 2 coins activator after the first round. Okay, so in secret activators, these are the bread and butter of every single gambler. At some point when you've played a slot machine enough, you are literally you can taste that modifier coming. People say it's a myth, but it's not actually a myth. You can actually you start to feel the programming of the slot machine. For example, you're spinning the wheel, then it says super lucky horseshoe mode, and then this little bright colors flashing in your face, just dopamine. Sensors off the wire will drop right in front of you, and your eyes will just light right up. I mean, you'd have to be there. It's cooler than it sounds. What's this next one? This is Binding of Isaac. The Binding of Isaac meets gambling, which is that's right up my alley. So this is fantastic. Oh, what is that? This reminds me of a lot of the casinos. You see, okay, so I got kicked out of in my time gambling, I got kicked out of so many casinos that I ended up having to go to some really sketchy places. And this may look like an exaggeration, but you would step out of some places and you would see stuff like that outside in the dumpster. Because these places, well, first thing they like to do is they like to, there's loan sharks that loan you money. When you hit rock bottom and the creditors won't even give you another credit card, I had a record of having 7 credit cards under my name at once. At some point, your credit gets so bad that they won't even let you use the credit card anymore, so you have to go to a loan shark to get more money to gamble. And that's when it really does become life or death, kind of like this game. So it's pretty accurate so far, I gotta say, as far as gambling goes. Okay, now I just got another. That's 3 times, 3 procs. Mind you, it's a 10% chance, and I got 3 procs in the last 5 spins, right? I don't know how many spins it's been. This is another thing, okay. When you've been gambling as long as I have, you will forget how many spins you've done the first 5 seconds when you sit down. It's just because you don't remember the losses as a gambler. You just remember the wins. That's what gets that addiction deep seated. Because when you think about gambling, you don't think about all the money you lost. You think about all the times you won money. This is very educational for you guys. Here we go. That was not bad at all. And I got the interest. And I got a ticket. Okay. You have 1 round left to deposit your coins. You have been warned. Oh man. Yeah, that's definitely giving me flashbacks. When it's like, it's almost the end of the month and you know that your interest rate's gonna hit, you're thinking, okay, do I deposit my money? Do I pay off my credit cards? Or do I take this back in the casino? Believe it or not, I've had that same moral dilemma a lot of times. And I know you're thinking the obvious choice is to pay off your debts, right? Because obviously the interest is gonna go up. But again, think about the mindset of a gambler. What's more fun, paying off my debts or going back to the casino and maybe doubling, tripling, or quadrupling my money, right? So again, as a recovering gambling addict, that's kind of my take on things so far. Here's your deadline bonus. Don't say I never treat you. There we go. Well, I gotta be honest. Like the thing is, the credit card companies, they never rewarded me for paying off my debts on time. Mostly because I never would. But that's besides the fact. Obviously, you know. Oh crap. What? The cost for the slot machine increases after every deadline. Sorry, that's kind of BS. I just kind of caught on that. But yeah, what was I saying before? I don't know. Again, mind of the goldfish here. What is this? This is a reference to Satanism. So this is a popular, I was gonna say myth, but I have met guys like this. So in the gambling scene, if you go in the gambling forums and stuff like that, if you want to really meet some really down bad people, go to the gambling forums. I'm not talking about the ones that help you recover from gambling addictions. I'm talking about the ones where they talk about strategies. And there are real people that think that they can trade something to El Diablo, the devil, for luck. And I've seen some really twisted stuff on there. So I myself never stooped that low. You know, thanks God, right? But I do know that a lot of people they find themselves doing that stuff. So okay. So this is my favorite place to be as a gambler. I know you're thinking, why would you say something like that? You have $0 to your name. This is the perfect place to be as a gambler because first of all, you have nothing to lose. Quite literally, right? This next spin is going to feel as good as any other spin. And also, on the other side of things, you're not in debt. You guys need to remember, most gamblers are in severe debt because of their addiction. If you're at 0, this is like, basically, well, for most people, that's your out, right? That's when I give up on gambling. Which, I mean, let's be honest, no one does that because you either keep the same amount of money or you possibly quadruple or quadruple your money, which is the better deal, right? Obviously. Anyways, let's start spinning here. I got a good feeling about these 5. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Something just procced. I don't know what it was. Holy diamond jackpot! Oh yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. That's a big jackpot, baby. That's a big jackpot. What is it? All these things flashing right in my face, exactly how I remember it. Holy crap. Can I back away from the machine? Do I have to use all my spins? Wait, pick an option. What's happening? I can't back away and deposit some money. I just gotta, okay, so I gotta say that jackpot felt really good. I gotta be honest. That definitely, I felt a little spark of dopamine there. That felt good. That felt really good. Turn to one more. Okay. Okay. A little bit unrealistic. I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like you gotta put more money into the machine before getting that lucky. But that's just me. I mean, maybe it was a hot machine. In gambling, we call these slot machines hot machines. If you see a guy sitting down, putting money into a machine, not getting any hits, this means that the machine's gonna be ready to pay soon. So you should jump on that machine the second he steps away and take care of it. So this is what I would have called a hot machine right here. Let's get this money deposited though. Wow. You know, paying off your debt is not a lot of fun, but this game actually kind of makes it fun. Like, it's pretty satisfying the way he puts the coins in there. I mean, interest is great. I mean, usually as a gambler, interest is bad. So as a gambler myself, one thing that's a little bit unrealistic as well, as a gambler, you would never be on the receiving end of interest, right? You go to a casino, you yell, interest rates, everyone's gonna flip, right? It's like a trigger word, because we never are on the good side of interest, right? We're always thinking about, oh, like when you have 7 credit cards, you're not keeping track of them all. You're not paying them off at the same time either, right? But one thing like when I was at the peak of my gambling, even though I had 7 credit cards under my name, I would be able to name every single annual fee, the interest rates, and what my limit is on each one of them. Just say the bank name, I'd know exactly, boom. I could rattle them off like that. Again, because I was severely addicted to gambling to a point where it was pretty crippling. I want to pay this off early, right? I think that's a good idea. Hang on a second, I'm getting a call here. Let me answer this. Hello? Winning's what matters the most, am I right? I like cryptic values. Double your Clover tickets. Set your coins to 0. Oh my gosh. Double your coins. Set your tickets to 0. My head hurts. Activate all other current phone abilities. Then apply the devious trait plus 0.6% chance of seeing a 666 to a random equipped charm. So if I choose this one, my head hurts, wouldn't that just leave me with 0 of everything? Or would that double everything? This is a massive risk. I mean, this is either really, really good or really, really bad, right? Let's find out. Okay. Wow. I just lost everything. Wow. I just lost everything. Okay. Forget what I said before about this game not being realistic. It's pretty realistic. Like, it happens that fast. That's how fast you could lose everything as a gambler. Oh my gosh, I just lost everything. And then that's the second wave. Like, first you say it out loud, then you actually realize it. And then it really hits, and you're like, oh man, that was a dumb idea. Why did I do that? Can I even spin the wheel anymore? Can I even afford it? 1 spin for free. Oh my gosh, I've literally hit rock bottom. Oh my gosh. Wow. I have hit rock bottom. But you know what? All it takes is a little bit of luck. Okay? All it takes is a little bit of luck here. And I can be back on track. And again, starting at 0, it's like a lot of opportunity, right? Because you're in the position where you can double, triple, quadruple your money. How many? I have 2 rounds left to get 666. I think this might be the end of my first run, by the feels of it. If 666 is going to trigger transform it into a normal symbol, then you have, okay, let's do that. Let's do that because I can't afford any more bad luck. Yeah, okay. I gotta hope for a miracle. I mean, I think spinning as much as possible is a good idea, right? Because you get a bit of a discount, it seems like. 3 is no. Let's go for it.
Let's go gambling.
I need a big win right here, or I'm dead. Come on, baby. Okay. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. We need a big win here. We need a big win, or it's over. We need a big win, or it's over. We need a big win, or it's over. Oh my gosh. Please. We need a big win, or it's over. Okay. 666, but I got the Holy Bible. Yes. That was a good purchase. That was a really good investment. Okay, that saved me there. That might have saved my run. I don't know yet. I don't know if the run is lost or not. We'll find out here in a bit. We got some diamonds. We got some diamonds. That's big. What? That's huge. Just like that, we're back, baby. Oh, yes. Wow. Okay. See, this is not the biggest recovery I've ever had in my career. Man. But it feels good. It feels good. This game's definitely, it's scratching that itch. I'm feeling it. It's not perfect, but you know what? It's definitely scratching that itch. I think we're good here. Are we good? Oh. Oh yeah, and I still paid my debt off. Wow, after all that. Congratulations again, but you can never have enough. Am I right? Yes, this is very true. I mean, no matter how much relief you take off a gambler's shoulders, like a gambler. So here's one thing you should learn about us gamblers. We can be in the worst position of our entire lives, but the moment we make it out of there, we'll forget what put us there in the first place. For example, gambling, right? If I get put in a bad situation, the moment I make it out, I'll forget it was gambling that put me there, and I'll go right back to gambling. Again, that's why they call it a gambling addiction, because you can't stop, right? So 2. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Used to eat healthy. Cherries manifest more often permanently. I found a winning strategy. Increase the value of patterns with 4+ symbols by their base. I think that's good. If only that worked. We'll figure it out. That's a real thing. So yeah, gamblers are always, when they get a good hit on the slot machine, if they have like a winning streak on the slot machine, they'll convince themselves that they found a winning strategy, and at some point they'll be convinced they can't lose. That's when they lose, right? Oh. Lots of 7s. Not enough though. I'm getting all these free spins, but they're really not paying off. Holy big jackpot, baby! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That just like that, we're back on track. 1,000 off that one. Holy cannoli. Can I stop spinning? There goes that thing. Okay, that's fair. What is this gonna get? Oh, here we go. Diamonds. Diamonds pay out a lot. Oh my gosh. 9,000. Looks like I'm winning. Looks like I'm winning this one. We're gonna keep going for 7s here.
Let's go gambling.
What's this? You really don't know when to stop. Hey, that's the dream, baby. I'll stop when I'm a quadrillionaire. How about that? How's that sound, buddy? I'll stop when I'm a quadrillionaire. Let's go. Come on, baby. This is just how I remember it. Wow. Oh my gosh.
You don't need.
That's terrible, man. Give me some clovers though. I'll take some clovers, baby. That's gonna bring me right back. That's gonna bring me right back here. Holy crap. How much did I get? I just got 4 grand. 4 big ones right there. Holy moly. Although, I do need a lot of... Yeah. What's that key gonna do for me? Hang on a second, buddy. What do we do with the key, huh? Okay. Oh, we got drawers. I understand. There we go. Okay. Do you want to keep playing? Yeah, I do. Of course I do. I like your winner mentality. Go on. Exactly. One more. Pack your bags. We're rich. We're going to California. $77,000 I won. We're rich. Pack it up, baby. We're going to the Hollywood Hills.